And I've just found one of my favourite little birds, the stone chats. I'm confused already. I can't quite remember which way I came in. Anyway, welcome back YouTube. I am spending a few days down in the New Forest. I mean potentially, but not in the few days I've got to give it, but there are pine martins here. Not sure I'll get to see them because I think that would involve putting up a lot of cameras, and it's a big forest and I don't know where they really are, and they'll obviously try and keep that quite quiet, which is understandable. And I had to make little markers so I remembered which way I came in or came out. The reason why I have just been for a little stroll and have shot back to the van to grab my camera, tripod, etc, etc. Fudge pack. Is because I found a fresh badger set, or a freshly scraped badger hole. Now I think this was the way I came. I'm looking for some more stick signs that I placed. There's some more that I placed. I tried to do it so that I could see one point from the next, if you know what I mean. So that always each point, i.e. those two sticks, I can see from, oh no, I can see, there we go. You probably can't see, but right in the distance there, between those two trees, is my other stick. Now I know I'm in the right direction. Funny enough, it's not actually that far from, that's where I put the sticks. I put them there, put that there, that one's gone, I'm sure I put one there. This is annoying. Now I do remember, did I come around this way? I'm here. Right, let me just let me sort myself out and I'll come back to you. You can't see it from here. Well, not from where you are, but from where I am. I can just about make out this badger hole. Now it's still nice and early, but obviously I'm trying to make as little noise as I can. Try not to disturb the ground too much. I really need to grease my tripod. And no, that's not a metaphor. It's my original tripod from 2015, so I've had it quite a while. Still with me. This is an amazing little swivel down stool that I've had for quite a few years, and I'm always getting asked about it. So I will stick a link in the description below. It is an affiliate link through Amazon, but I earn the smallest amount. And I think I actually have done a video on this, in which case I'll also put that in the description below. Well, that's annoying, I've lost the magnet. It's the tiniest thing and it's black and it's on the side. It's on the side of the GoPro. In fact, that's where I'll leave it. Let me just clip you on there for a minute. Right, I'll show you the freshly dug mound. And this is just to the right of it, or just behind and to the right, is a very freshly dug hole. It's a big hole. It's kind of 6-8 inches round, maybe a little bit more, and I'm about maybe 75-80 feet away, behind some ferns and a fallen down tree stump. Hopefully that's far enough away. So I have brought with me my ghillie suit. I know I'm wearing camouflage already, but I feel I will be better with the leaf print ghillie. Just move you a second. With the leaf print ghillie, I'm too hot to be wearing that. And I have my ghillie gloves and my ghillie head net. So hopefully that will also make me blend in. I meant to bring the poncho as well to hang over this, but clumsy nuts was in such a rush he forgot. Trying to find my gloves amongst the leaf litter. It's proven to not be that easy. They are definitely here. There they are, amongst the leaf litter. Right, blind as a bat. Right, ghillie gloves, ghillie hat. Hopefully all this will be enough, and hopefully we'll get to see the badger. I'll come back if we do. Okay, well it's now 7:30 and still haven't seen a single badger. I saw a couple of deer off to the side. Didn't really want to swing it all round. I'm focused on the badger tonight. I don't know what time the sunset is tonight, but I would imagine it's late. Sunset's at 9:18, just looked it up. And I'm in the woods, so I would imagine half an hour before that it's going to start getting really quite dark in here. I have got my night vision with me in the van, just not with me here. So if there's no joy tonight, tomorrow I'll go and have a look at the hole, see whether they actually did come out at all from that point. I mean, it looks really freshly dug, like today, fresh dug. You can see by the image here, there's a couple of nice paw prints. And it's very loose and fluffy. There's no debris on top. It's a weird one because I can't see if there's any more. I don't want to push my way into the bracken, but it is on the edge of a whole bank of bracken. I couldn't see any kind of telltale claw marks in those little paw pads. So maybe it's not even a badger. I just don't know what else it could be. That size. I mean, the hole is like this big. It's not bunny sized. It's not ferret sized. I really don't know. Anyway, it looks like I've got another couple of hours. Best part of. Hopefully next time I come back to you guys, I'll be filming one. Right, well I think I'm going to call that a night. It is 5 to 9. And looking at the photo that I took early this afternoon, it looks like there might be a couple of sticks down there. I don't want to go over this time of night to have a look, but I've just had a dog walker come through with his dog, so we're not going to get any activity there for a bit anyway. I am being eaten. I'm sprayed myself with any repellents of any shape or form, and I'm going to go away, get some dinner, come back tomorrow during the day and have a good look at the hole and try and investigate it a bit more. And if it looks promising, I'll come back tomorrow night with a few more layers, poncho to help cover me and the camera, and keep our fingers crossed. Okay, well I'm back for round 2. Last night didn't see anything, went home, went back to the van, had lunch, dinner, tea. I'm a hobbit. Went back to the van, ate, went to sleep, got up this morning, came straight back over, had a good look round. Now that's the only hole that's got fresh signs of dig. There are another 4 or 5 holes that I have found. I think I've probably got some video on my phone, but none of them seem to be being used, just this fresh one. Now the patch outside that's kind of a sandy, soily texture, I got a twig and I levered it out flat, so that just in case if they came out during the day or early evening, I would get to see actual signs of them having come out. But all I've got from that is a picture here of a footprint and a picture there of a dog footprint. I've set a trail camera underneath the ferns just to the side of the tree on a big stick I've poked in the ground. Now hopefully nobody will nick it, I can't guarantee it. It's a busy place, the New Forest. But I've tucked it in a way that doesn't really look that obvious if you're just walking. A dog might stop and sniff it because obviously it will probably smell of me. But these are the risks you take leaving cameras out in the wild. Unfortunately, and we're not in the wilds. You know, like if you go up to Scotland and you're unlikely to see anybody. Whereas here, being summertime, it's a busy place from dawn till dusk. I'm going to set my poncho up here tonight and use the hood hole for my lens. I have brought my stool with me again. So set the poncho up so that I'm hidden from that side, but I've got a bit more movement. So let me do that and I'll come back. See, I've just hung the poncho up and that's where the lens is going to go. I'm going to put the stool on its lowest setting for now. I think that's where I want it to be. Let's poke you through. There we go. Let's have a look and Let's see where we are. Well, I'm just exactly where I want to be. I think, let me plug my screen in, where you can get an idea. It was a beautiful angle, and you can see there, towards the left, it's quite sandy, that soil. The actual hole is just behind those two ferns. Those two little ferns in the centre of your image there. Okay, it's time to sit and be quiet for a bit. You have to excuse the silly hat, but these flies and stuff really eating me tonight. There seems to be only ever so slightly breeze in my favour again, but hardly a breeze at all. It is 9:18, which I think is exactly when sunset is. I'm slowly coming to the conclusion that it's not an active entrance. God, these flies. I think that maybe it was dug as a potential, but I have given up on it. I have, and am going to leave my trail camera there for tonight. So I'll get up early, come back and see if it's caught anything. If it has, I've still got a few nights to come back and potentially catch them on film. If I know it's not uncommon for them to come out early evening. The two times that I have managed to film badger, both times have been early evening, but there's nothing to say they're not going to come out after it's dark, in which case I need to do the same thing but with my night vision instead. And the trail camera should tell me if they are out during the night and what kind of time. Okay, I'm going to head back. I've already eaten, but I'm going to head back for a cup of tea, a biscuit and a movie. I'll see you in the morning. Well, it's the following morning, and this is one of my favourite parts of wildlife photography, is seeing if anything's been caught on the trap that I'd set up the day before. Now it's just gone 7 o'clock, so it's still fairly nice and early, and I'm hoping it's still there. I'm hoping it's caught, well, I'm hoping it's caught badger, but we shall see. Definitely the best part of the day when nature's waking up. Okay, let's head on there. Well, I don't see any fresh movement or scratches or anything. Okay, let's check the camera. There's only 3 caught on here, and that's all to do with me setting it up. So I'm going to say no. I don't think it's a currently used entrance. Disappointing, but that's how it goes. I'll probably set it up again tonight, just on the off chance. But I think I'm going to head off today, see if I can find another set. It's a big forest, so there's a good chance of finding something, but it's a little bit like a needle in a haystack. Okay, let's go back and get some breakfast at least. Right, well, as we haven't had any joy with the badgers in that badger hole, I'm going to spend the day on the outskirts of the woods and hopefully find the stone chats, possibly. Head through the woods, maybe find tree creepers or nuthatches. There's plenty of robins, blackbirds, although I read yesterday that the UK numbers of blackbirds are down 40% since 2020. I think it was in kind of a breed of avian flu Okay, let's go and have a wander. Right, well, I'll show you here on the map behind me here. That's the sections. The red section is where I scouted round on the Monday, and the blue or purple, whatever colour it is, I'm a bit tint blind. That's where I was yesterday. So today I'm heading off up on the left hand side of that screen, and hopefully find some wildlife. I mean, today's going to be a birdie day. I've heard some stone chats, and I got a glimpse of a tree creeper yesterday, so I'm hoping that all of these are going to be around today. Song thrush I've heard a lot of the last couple of days. Haven't seen any deer as of yet either, which is unusual for me. Usually when we're down here, I've often seen them from where the van is, and then when I head off into the woods in an evening, if I'm more stealth-like, I've always seen deer here because they've got red deer, roe deer, fallow deer. I'm not sure if they've got a seeker deer here. I don't know. But which way shall I go? But yeah, I've not seen any in the section I've been at the last few days, which I find a bit odd. I found plenty of horses yesterday when I did the walk around the outskirts of the woods. Obviously the horses are in the fields during the day, grazing, and then into the woods in an evening for a bit of shelter and protection. I hope I find something to photograph. Or should I say, when I find something to photograph, I'll come back. I was just walking down this track and I've just disturbed a little birdie that was drinking out of a puddle. So I've moved back again, tucked myself around the corner by the bracken, and hopefully, I'll give it 20 minutes, see if he comes back down. It's the first kind of water patch I've found in these woods in the last few days, so it's got potential of being a busy little site, I guess. So I'm just going to sit here and wait a bit, see if anyone comes back down. I may have scared them off, and now they can see me, they just might not be interested, especially as they know I was going that way. Well, I stood there for like kind of 20 minutes, and I could see that they had moved. There was another smaller water hole a bit further down, and I could just about make out some sparrows that were drinking from it, but it was so far away I decided to move on. What I wanted to do was, you can't come to the New Forest and not film the forest ponies. Anyone that films much in the way of wildlife, they'll understand from this video why it's important to use variable NDs, which I've got, and I've got for a new adapter I've bought, but I forgot to bring the ND filter, which stands for neutral density. But anyway, here's a bit of blown out footage. Maybe I can sort it out in post-processing. Well, I have decided to head back to the camper to get my ND filter because it's too bright to do any filming. It's okay for photographs, I can adjust the shutter speed, but when you're filming, your shutter speed has to be double your frame rate, and as I'm shooting at 25 frames a second, my shutter speed can be no more than 50. Now I have set up slow motion as well, which is 120 frames a second, so 240th of a second, but I don't want everything filmed in slow motion. So I've got about a half an hour walk back to the van, get my variable ND, pop that in, and then some of my footage won't have to be in slow-mo. It's really funny how it goes. For an hour and a half nearly, I've not had anything close enough to me to film or photograph. And I've just stopped to change the battery because it was flashing. And behind me, this little piece of woodland here was a wren. And then from that I saw a robin. And from that I saw a woodpecker. and then a tree creeper. I think I've managed to film the tree creeper and the robin, possibly the wren, but it's also fast. So I'm going to spend a bit of time here, just see what else happens here. It's obviously a busy spot. Okay, what I thought was a wren, I think it's a baby robin. It seems to be following a robin around. That's what I think it is anyway. Let me know below what you think. You probably can't see me in the shade and directly into the sun, but can you imagine how old this oak tree must be? A proper English oak, even if it was 600-700 years old, which I'm pretty sure it's a lot older than that. But can you imagine what it's seen in those 700 years? Doesn't that make you feel that big? I've just found one of my favourite little birds, the stone chats. They've got such a distinctive sound, and I've only seen them 2 or 3 times, but I don't know whether this picks it up. You can see there, such gorgeous colours. I'm going to take some photos, and if they come out any good, here they are. I've also found the female stone chat, completely different kind of, hold on, what the hell's that? Oh, that was a falcon of some description. Jeez, that flew, he shot down almost vertically, dipped down behind this gorse bushes, and he hasn't gone back up, so I'm assuming he's got a kill. Anyway, back to the female stone chats. There she is. Just a couple of pictures of her, she shot off. I couldn't film and photograph, not enough time. Here they are. Right guys, well I am going to leave this video here I think, and then start again next week. I'm not leaving the New Forest for another couple of days. If you've liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you don't subscribe, I'd love you to. If you've got any questions, any comments, stick them below. I'd love to hear what you guys are photographing, or photographing with, shooting with camera wise, or I think I've had some good birdie photos today. I'm quite pleased with what I've got. Mainly I think it's probably not me, I think mainly it's probably the camera that's actually making my photography better currently. Okay, I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.